Hello everyone. Welcome to the fresh episode of Fridays with Avde. Today's topic is the fright and differential mathematica part 2. What we have seen in the last session, part 1, is how it is important to understand the causation, evolution and expression of fright, how it plays an important role in individualization of the patient and selection of the remedy. We have seen three cases, two cases of aconite and a case of opium. We had seen that aconite has sudden and intense effects of fright, or there are these repeated and sudden impacts of fright on the patient, which leads to somatic effects like fever. On the other hand, in opium, we have seen that there are prolonged effects of fright, in which especially the fear of fright remains, and they had affected the sensorium, in which the patient had become sleepless. Compared to aconite, opium lacks in intensity and expressions like aconite. So, if you see and compare both, then aconite has much intense and immediate and violent effects. So now if we move to another case, case 4, this is a case of a 6.5-year-old child presented with complaints of recurrent respiratory complaints of cold, cough, breathlessness and wheezing. These complaints used to happen every 15 days. The cold, cough, breathlessness and wheezing had started since 4 years, and actually the patient had come in acute exacerbation and he was admitted in our IPD, and he responded well to Coccus cacti 200 within 2 days. Now it was important to define the case to prevent the recurrence of these respiratory complaints. The primary data that we got about the patient was that the patient has the youngest child in the family, and being the youngest, he was quite pampered, especially by father, and he was very attached to father. The other data that was available was that the patient was basically a very fearful child. He had fear of dark, he had fear of being alone, and he always wanted company. Observations during interview were that he was very timid and hiding behind the mother. And mother described that he's very obstinate at home. So in a child, when we see these symptoms, one of the remedies that would commonly strike us would be, I think, calcarea carb. So, is the child calcarea carb or something else? It is very important to define these fears and qualify these fears properly to understand whether these fears fit into calcarea carb or any other. So, on further inquiry, the following information was obtained. At home, the patient is quite aggressive. He cannot tolerate contradiction and he's quite obstinate. If denied anything, he gets angry and he beats and throws things. This he does especially with mother. So here we can see the expressions of anger from contradiction, anger violent, and anger throws things. The other thing is that the mother described that the patient never mixes up with people. He is very shy, and he does not come in front of strangers, especially. So whenever any new person is come, he will hide. He will not come and interact with them. So strangers aversion to and hiding. He has a typical fear, which is a little funny, that he has fear of fat people. So any person who's very obese, and if he sees, then he gets afraid and immediately runs away after watching them. So there are two incidences that were described by mother. The first one was that he was passing and he was going through a road where he witnessed that a dog had bitten somebody on the road, and this had produced immense fright in the patient, and the patient had so much impact on him that he said that he won't ever go through that road where the bite had occurred. So that was the impact of the fear that it had on the patient. The other incidents that the mother described was that no, while passing through another road, he saw a madman on the road, and he was so afraid that he just saw the madman and he just ran away from that road, and straight went straight into the kitchen to the mother, and just hugged the mother. So that was the impact that it had, and then he never went through that road again. So if you see, the fear, the effect that it is producing is quite intense. Father is alcoholic, he occasionally drinks. So whenever father is under the influence of alcohol, the patient never goes to him. Even during the interview, the patient was constantly hiding himself behind the mother and constantly holding the mother. He had a very poor eye contact with the physician. So hiding and clinging was the way the patient was behaving. In the previous incidences, he was running away from those situations, and also was not willing to go back to that situation again. So other fears that he had was fear of being alone, fear of dogs, fear of mad people and fat people. So if you try and understand what is the quality or what is the intensity that events are producing, what is the intensity of fear that is being produced in this child, the fear is very, very intense. And the fear is to the extent where it is almost like a terror, and it's overwhelming the patient, where the patient chooses to run away from that situation and wants somebody with him. So now if we try and understand then what is the causation, evolution and expression in this case, then the causation is ailments from fright, seeing a madman, the dog biting. There are repeated patterns in great intensity, and it has an impact on the patient which is quite prolonged. There is fear of dark, 3 marks, fear of being alone, 3 plus. He always wants company. He escapes from those situations, has terror, and no, he's afraid or timid of strangers and hides behind. So a totality was constructed based on these symptoms: ailments from fright, fear of being alone and dark, strangers aversion to, fear, terror, frightened easily, timidity, shy, hiding and clinging, anger on contradiction, anger violent, and anger throws things. So when we repertorize this, the prominent remedies that were coming up was stramonium, sepia, arsenic, naxomica, phosphorus, and tarantula. So if we understand, then if this repertorization does not throw calcarea carb at all. So our assumption of calcarea carb is probably not here. So we try to understand what is the difference between stramonium and calcarea carb fears. So encyclopedia, Dr. Allen describes that calcarea carb has fear that people would observe her and her confusion, and has fear of that something evil would happen or some misfortune. Whereas in stramonium, we see specific fear of dark and fear of being alone. He has a delirium as the dog were attacking him, and he feels that there is some immediate danger, and he clings to the person that is around him. So that is the action that with fear stramonium is going to take. He's going to cling to some. And calcarea carb, we have fears of disease, misery, disaster being observed, and insanity. Whereas in stramonium, we have symptoms in Boger described is dread. He dreads darkness. See, the words that are being used are dread, and has a horror of glistening objects, fearful, desires company, or wants to escape. See, both the combinations are seen in our case, that he runs away or he wants to cling on to someone. Specifically, Phatak describes that calcarea carb is very sensitive, gets easily frightened by reports of cruelties. The child is afraid of everything it sees. There is a fear of contagious and epidemic diseases, which we are seeing currently in this situation of COVID. On the other hand, stramonium awakes terrified. He screams fright and clings to those near him. He has dread of darkness. and has a horror of glistening objects. So finally, the remedy was prescribed as stramonium. The patient was given 200 weekly doses. Patient was under the treatment from 25/10/12 to 26/4/13 for almost 6 months, in which, interestingly, the patient did not have any episodes of respiratory complaint. The only episode that he had was of a viral fever, which responded well to pulsatilla, and there was no need for admissions thereafter.
So, in this case, if you see the patient after receiving the right medicine did not have any episodes of acute exacerbation at all. So this is quite interesting in the sense that when we select the correct minimum, we get a total correspondence, and the effect of the medicine is such that the patient is so immediate registration without any further difficulty. So if you strike the minimum at the qualitative aspect of the patient and the qualitative totality, understanding clearly what is the expression and how the patient manifests, and look for a proper correspondence in materia medica, this is what the kind of result you expect. So considering this case in the background, we move to the next case. Yes, this is a case of 85-year-old man who reported, the son reported on the phone that the patient had a fall while walking. As such, there was no obvious or any major injury, but the patient since then was complaining of difficulty in walking. Uh, what the son told was that the patient always complaining that if he starts to walk, then he will fall down. So he's anticipating that he will fall down again and he will injure himself. So this is what no, he feels, right? Because what has caused the fall earlier has generated a fear in him, and therefore he feels afraid to walk, and because of this there is constant fear that he is going to fall, and therefore he avoids walking. So now this walking has become a very big thing for him because he has lost all the confidence now, and therefore he is unable to walk. So now in this case, what is the causation? In this case, again, the causation is fright after the fall that has happened. The effect is sudden but not intense. The patient is just anticipating that he is going to fall, and therefore he avoids walking. So now this walking has become a big ordeal for him. So, and he is afraid that he is going to get himself injured. So what is this ordeal? The ordeal is a severe experience or a trial that the patient goes, and it is a difficult which the patient cannot overcome. So here is the anticipation that lands the patient into a difficulty, and he avoids walking. So when we again look into the repertory and see the totality, everything from fright, anxiety, fright after, anxiety, anticipation, fear of falling, fear of ordeals, and fear of getting injured, we have prominent remedies of gelsemium, arsenic, silica, and argentum. So when we refer to materia medica, what has is gelsemium? Gelsemium has elements from fright, fear, exciting news, and stage fright. The patient is worse with emotions, dreads, and ordeals. Is better by putting some mental efforts and profuse urination. There is a dread of falling, of ordeal, of death and pain. There is muscular weakness and muscles refuse to obey the will. This patient received gelsemium 1 mg single dose, after which he was comparatively better after a week. But still there was some amount of anticipation still persisting. A second dose was repeated at the interval of 1 week, and the patient was completely better, and he had started walking. The anxiety had almost was negligible now then. Thus, what do we understand through the entire study of fright and differential mathematics? So the main thing is that how we have tried to understand each and every case and each and every remedy from the point of view of what causes the fright, how does the fright evolve, and what are the expressions of fright. They play a very important role in individualization and selecting the remedy. We have seen stramonium case where there is a fear of imminent danger or of being attacked. The fears are so intense and to the extent that it goes to the level of terror. And the patient, what does the patient do? Patient wants company. He clings to people, or on the other side, he tries to escape and run away from the situation. Whereas on the other hand, delphinium has effects of fright leading to an anticipation of an ordeal and a fear of falling. It's a very common remedy that we all know for stage fright and anticipation before exam. So what key thing that delphinium is, one has to remember is this ordeal, that the patient is very, very afraid to pass through a difficult situation. So in conclusion, what we have seen through these two lectures on fright and differential mathematics, we have seen remedies, aconite, delphinium, stramonium, opium, calcarea carb. So aconite and stramonium fears we have seen with a lot of intensity, a lot of violence, and lot of extreme expression. Aconite has immediate effects of fright, and they come down easily with somatic effects of high fever. Uh, the aconite has fear of death to the extent that they predict the time of death. On the other hand, stramonium has extreme terror, especially they have fear of dark, alone. They want to have constant company, and they cling onto the people who would give that assurance to them. They are much better in company. And on the other hand, we see delphinium and opium, their effects are basically not that intense. In opium, we see long-lasting fear of long-lasting fear of fright remains, and the object of the fright constantly looms before the eyes. And at physical level, we can see insomnia or excessive sleepiness, spasms, convulsions, and whereas delphinium has effects of fright, and then the patient goes into a lot of anticipation of facing that situation again. So what we have to remember is the ordeal, like the stage fright or the fear of falling that comes in delphinium. Delphinium has somatic effects at the level of diarrhea and polyuria. Thinking of ailments aggravates delphinium, and the patient is much better by profuse urination. On the other hand, calcarea carb comes as a chronic remedy, and the fears, whereas the quality of fears are of evil, misfortune, disaster, disease, contagious, epidemic diseases, and misery. The quality of fears in calcarea carb, one should try and understand. It's a fear of a disaster, or some sense of insecurity going around the life of a calcarea carb, like a misfortune or a disease or some misery is going to happen, or people are going to notice the confusion that he's having. The effects of calcarea carb are definitely on the glands, bones, and mucous membranes, and dentition and full moon aggravates the complaint. Thus, we can understand the various dimensions of fear in these different remedies. And if you see, except calcarea carb, all the remedies are from the plant kingdom. So again, it underlies the aspect that the heightened sensitivity towards these certain situations, that these remedies are getting affected, and the hypersensitive and hyperreactive responses which we are seeing in terms of fear and fright and its subsequent effects. So I hope this lecture will be helpful for you to apply yourself in understanding the different shades of fright in different remedies, and also better application at the bedside. Thank you very much for your patient listening and acknowledgements to the Department of Homeopathic Materia Medica, Dr. M.S. Dhazir Memorial Institute, Bhai. Thank you. Thank you very much.